Nate Diaz at the post-fight press conference last night believes it would be fairly easy to beat Jake Paul in MMA.
My goal is to get a rematch at 80 yard.
What were you thinking when you got Jake in the Gaethje?
Oh, done deal. That was already that fight. In a real fight, this fight's over. I'd worse than up here with the win. But we were participating in a boxing match, and it was a good time. And now I know, because I was curious too. I was like, I'm gonna get in a boxing ring, and I know what I think, and I've trained my whole career boxing with pro boxers on the highest level, as high as I could get, and done really well. And I've never fought a pro fight, so I was like, I think I'll whip all these motherfuckers. But that's just what I think. Let's go in there and get a feel for it. It felt just like what I'd imagined. Oh, the guillotine? Yeah, that was too easy. Yeah, it's too easy. And the takedown was too easy, too. I just got the punch in his whole leg with in my chest. I'd be trying to take people down in MMA. They smash my head and me up, and I get tired of all kinds of shit. I'd be like, this is easy to fight boxing in a real fight.
How did Jake physically seal in that?
Easy to take down, easy to choke.
Were you aware that you're a victim of the drapery? He put $250,000 down for you to beat Jake Paul.
Yeah, whatever. Shout out to Drake. Love for the love. I appreciate it. And you know what I'm saying? What the Hey, won't break that curse. What's happening? Good curse.
Nick Diaz gives his thoughts on Nate versus Jake Paul last night. Nick says he's better than both of them.
You know, I think he needed a little more work, but let's get to the chase. You know, like I'm a lot better than most of these guys that are out there. And, you know what I mean? I love to entertain the idea of moving on in on whoever they got for me. So, you know, they want to do round two. If he ain't gonna do it, I'll take it. You know, he got an older brother too, so. Don't forget about the one and only. I'm still motivated as ever, and I'm a harder worker and a better fighter than anybody that's out here in this right now in this day and age.
Michael Chandler gives his opinions on Conor McGregor calling out Justin Gaethje to fight after he won the BMF title at UFC 291. He believes Conor only wants to fight Gaethje because of recency bias. Speaking to ESPN, Chandler said the beautiful thing about mixed martial arts is it's the what have you done for me lately business. Everyone has short-term memory, and we all succumb to recency bias. So everyone's like, man, we just saw Justin Gaethje compete. He went out there and beat Dustin Poirier. Man, we want to see him fight this guy. Next week, there's going to be another guy that has a great showing at any weight class, and they're going to want to see Conor fight him. Conor's going to get his little Twitter fingers going on the weekends every single time there's a fight and insert himself into the conversation, but I'm not really that worried about it. I believe the fight is happening. The fight makes too much sense for it not to happen. I'm still the most entertaining guy on the daggum roster. Everybody wants to see Conor have the greatest comeback in combat sports history, so I think it's going to be me and Conor. That's it. There's the build-up, the lead-up, Ultimate Fighter. Obviously, me and him have already agreed to fight. He's already done numerous interviews saying he's fighting me. Everybody wants answers and they want them quickly. Everybody wants to know who he's fighting, when he's fighting. When is he entering the USADA testing pool? What's he doing with his personal life? What's he doing with his business life? There's so much surrounding all of this, and everyone just wants answers. If we don't get answers, we start to speculate. It's going to be McGregor and Chandler. I'm not sure when that fight is going to be. I don't even know what weight class it's going to be, but either way, it's going to happen, and I'll knock him out in the first 2 rounds. Last week, Dustin Poirier did an interview with Ariel Helwani on the MMA Hour. During the interview, Ariel asked Dustin if he would be interested in moving up to the welterweight division to fight Colby Covington. Dustin said that he was not interested because he's not a big lightweight like most people think. It seems like Dustin has since changed his mind. At 4:30 in the morning, Dustin tweeted, "Okay, I'll move up." If Dustin and Colby did fight at welterweight, who do you think would get the W? And what would be the method of victory? Post your opinions in the comments. Luke Rockhold is gunning for a grappling match against George St. Pierre. As most of you know, George is making a comeback to grappling, and has named Nick Diaz, Kamaru Usman, and Colby Covington as potential opponents. Speaking to MMA Junkie, Luke said George St. Pierre wants to go. I would go with George in a heartbeat. But if he's smart, probably not. I'm too big and too good for him. I'm not going down below 185 pounds. Grappling, I wouldn't go below 190. If George wants to go, I will meet him at 190 pounds any day of the week. I'd love to do it. I'll go straight for your neck, straight at you. I don't hold back or any way of fighting. I'm going to come for you. Sean O'Malley and Tim Welch on the Timbo Sugar Show gave their takes on who would win if Conor McGregor and Justin Gaethje fought.
I just don't see like Conor coming back anytime soon.
Damn, he would come back for that belt.
Yeah.
God, Conor's slick, bro. He could do it. He could beat Justin. That'd be hard.
We're sitting here thinking of the old Conor. The new Conor, it might not be the same as that old hungry Conor, dude.
I don't know. You watch that documentary. He was training. He was he was in it. I don't know.
But
I
when
got
was
faith.
the documentary
Justin?
shot? 3
I
years
have
ago?
faith.
I know it's a little different, but I think Dustin's a better southpaw
Damn.
than Conor.
What is
Just
that?
'cause of the last two
Yeah,
fights?
but that's
It
I
is
guess
different.
Justin kicks the out of that inside leg, but when you're kicking like that, you're leaving. I mean, you're off balance. You're open for a left hand.
And
Justin whips him fast.
Justin's
though.
kicks are hard.
I wonder if Conor looks at that and he's just like,
He's on
"Damn,
Twitter."
I don't want him kicking my sticks.
Oh, the one he broke already.
Oh, no,
whacking
you're
at
right.
that.
What if they have in the claws though? No leg kicks. That'd be fire.
But it was
Jokes.
Conor's back leg.
Yeah,
It was
it's
bad.
crazy watching that documentary, seeing like that motherfucker was dealing with that. He had fractured shins. He was dealing with it. Oh,
Then he
God.
went out there and
what a
just whipped it.
savage, knowing how up he was. But I'm gonna fight. I mean, we booked the date. We're doing it. We're not pushing it back. We're not. We're doing it. We're giving the people what they want.
Bro, you just have you have literally zero clue on what guys are dealing with that and what guys aren't.
Joe Rogan gave his reaction to Jake Paul defeating Nate Diaz last night. Joe wants to see the rematch in MMA. On the Joe Rogan Experience, he said, "Wow, I'll tell you what, that sets up an MMA match for sure. If they want to do it and make more money, that makes it very interesting, and that sets up an MMA fight for sure." On the boxing match, Joe said, "Yeah, I'd imagine Jake wins. Yeah, that was impressive." And Diaz poured it on, man. A lot of people thought Diaz was going to get blown out. Hey, man, he survived. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post future ones. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. These comments are in reference to Nate Diaz versus Jake Paul. The first one says, "Nate the only person that can lose a fight and still win. Legend." The second one's in reference to Marcos Rogerio de Lima, claiming that fans are giving him a super hard time since his knockout loss to Derek Lewis. It says whoever is giving Marco a hard time needs to chill out. That unexpected knee would finish everyone. Maybe Colby is right. And the final one's from Ms1374. It says even though Nate didn't win on the cards, he still won. Took Jake's best shots and chased him around the ring for 10 rounds while being the smaller fighter and having never fought in a boxing match. He definitely needs to work on his boxing skills for competition, but he proved who the real fighter is. If it were a real fight with no time limit and no rules, I think everybody knows who would have won. Nate is a BMF. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured on the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. If you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen to get caught up. And make sure to go subscribe to our second channel where we post our exclusive MMA interviews.